Hello and welcome to today's podcast. How was your day, or how has been your day, and how has been your week? So tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Where's your boyfriend? Are you going to be sitting at home lonely? Okay, so happy Valentine's Day in advance. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Okay, so for today's podcast, I have a friend of mine, Demilade Asa, and she will be joining me. Not like joining me, she's like the speaker for today. She'll be speaking about familiarity. Welcome, Demilade.
Hey, thank you, Gracie.
Okay, so what do you have for us?
All right, so like you said, I'll be talking on familiarity.
Yeah.
So before I start, I'd like to ask you,
Okay.
what do you think familiarity is?
Okay, I think familiarity is when you've gotten so close to a person, then you now begin to see them. You begin to like see them. Let me use the word naked. Yeah. So you begin to like see the whole of them. Then you now begin to see certain things about them that you are wondering, like, how can someone, let's say someone is a president of a church now, like fellowship, yeah, and then you get so close, you now begin to see certain things about this person that you now begin to like, well, this person is supposed to be a pastor. What is he? So because you got so close, you saw some things, and you now begin to react based on that thing you've seen about the person. That's what I think familiarity is about. You begin to treat a certain person based on the knowledge you've known about them, especially when the person is somehow lower than you, or if someone was, like, you used to see someone as a boss before, and then you got so close, so the person's flaws, and your respect for the person just dropped. So familiarity, I think that's my understanding of familiarity.
Alright.
Yes.
I think you're right. Said in summary, familiarity is the finish.
Yeah.
That's like a regular word.
Yeah.
So familiarity, most of the time it happens when you've gotten so close to somebody. Yeah. And I like the word you use, naked.
Yeah.
You know, when you see somebody naked, you just tend to look down on that person, like, real low.
I mean, like, you see the whole of the person.
What is there? Alright,
Yeah.
so I feel like most of the time it is subconscious. Yes. Familiarity is subconscious. That's why it is. I feel like it's very, very dangerous because it's subconscious. Because nobody really decides to want to see somebody finish and then react, based on that and treat them that way. But then, being that it is subconscious, we have to deliberately reflect on our progress and everything, the way we act. Because, it happens when you are just getting to know somebody. And getting to know somebody is, there's always a different reason behind it. The main reason will not to be so that I can find something that will make me not want to give respect to this person. You're just getting to know somebody, and then along the way you just find some things that are like, what, really, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how it happens. It's not a deliberate stuff. So just like the way when you set goals, you create time for reflection, which everybody should be doing. When you set goals, there should be time in between the process to actually reflect, see how far you've come, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Yes. So apart from goals, generally in life, I think reflection should be a habit. Because subconsciously, again, we are consuming, or we grow based on what content we consume in our environment, intentionally, like that. So every time we should always try to watch ourselves, because you might have a goal that you're intentionally working towards, but as you are working towards that goal, there is also a molding that is going on in your inside. That's character that we have to be conscious about. Because I feel like familiarity is basically caused by lack of character most of the time. That is, if the person is not deliberate about something, lack of character. And like you said, you mentioned something about seeing it happening to people that are either higher than you or lower than you. And you're right. Because when it happens mostly with people that are higher than you.
Actually, yes.
It happens. But people tend to just overlook the fact that because somebody doesn't have something to offer to you, doesn't mean that sometimes you do not get too familiar with that person. And what I'm trying to say is,
I was going to ask what you meant.
Because for instance now, let me use the example of church example you use.
Yeah.
There is the pastor and there is just the regular member.
Yeah.
Because this person is not in a position that demands you to, give him a level of respect, it doesn't mean he doesn't deserve it. And doesn't mean he should be treated anyhow. It doesn't mean he should be looked down on.
Okay.
So every single person deserves a level of respect. Because familiarity is disrespect. It's disrespect when that's why you have to be conscious about. Yeah. Because you are deliberate, you're not deliberately doing
subconscious.
Yeah. So I discussed with a realtor sometimes last year. So, and it's also something that she made me realize that it's something that happens in the workplace too, between the boss and workers. When you are too soft on your workers, these people they just begin to do your work anyhow. When you don't place value in something, you just treat it anyhow. You just abuse it, and once you abuse it, you just keep it somewhere. That's the end. So I feel like everybody should form a habit of reflection. A habit. I'm marrying on habits. Habits means that yes,
it becomes a part.
Yes, it should become a part of you. Habit of reflection, because you are always growing, you are always consuming something. Something is always happening to you, consciously or unconsciously. You might get it as a feedback from somebody. That's why you should always try to talk to people too. Yeah. So consciously just watch yourself grow, measure your growth, and work on yourself.
Thank you so much for that. I literally don't have words to say. I think I'm trying to process what she has said. Familiarity is a matter of character, like she said, a matter of character. So, from reflecting on, let's say, things you've done before, you will actually be able to trace if you have this. I think familiarity somehow also causes dishonor.
Yeah.
Dishonor. Like you probably having access to somebody and then now taking advantage of the fact that, okay, this person now, this is like, let's say with a lecturer now, and because you have access to this particular lecturer, then you now begin to go to his office anytime, you go to his office without knocking, you enter his office without, and that's familiarity, and that's dishonoring. People would not see you. It's about character. So at the end of the day, everything somehow reflects a part of who you are. So that's where the reflection comes in. You can always, what are the things I have done before that I could have done better? Reflection. So I think we Christians, we call it retreat, but it's still the same thing. Reflection, retreat, it's still the same thing. So I think that's all for today. Demilade, did you have anything for us again? Is that all?
Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you so much for
the knowledge shared.
Popo. Wisdom.
Thank you for having
And while you were speaking, I noticed you said thing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Not thing.
Like I pronounce G.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I mean, how many people pronounce G? I think it's only in American movies, like Black American movies.
Much
She
things.
Like things. And I was like, I just didn't want to interview you at the time. Well, Demilade, it was so nice having you.
Thank you
So
very
nice.
much.
I want to say give us a shout out, but the last time I told somebody to give us a shout out, I can't remember what it did, but it was like, I can't even remember. I really can't remember.
I don't even know how to give a shout out.
But well, just give us a close, like give us a word for our week. And also, for those who are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow, please get out of this place. I'm joking. Please enjoy your Valentine's Day. And our shout out from Demilade. Hit us.
Alright. It's the season of love. Amen.
Amen, Pastor.
It is the season of love. So, all you single Pringles, you are not excluded from being appreciated.
Yeah.
Appreciate yourself. Love on yourself. Love is not only, secluded to romantic situations.
Yeah.
Have fun with yourself. And do something for people. You don't have to have an attachment with them before you do something. So, use this opportunity to love on someone. But don't go and enter entanglement.
Entanglement.
Yeah.
That says entanglement. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And that's our sign out. Our sign out was sounding like a podcast. Thank you guys. And do enjoy the rest of your week. Here, Demilade Asa. Bye bye. Say your bye loud now.
Bye.